Okay, so we finished to teach the ten non-virtues, and during that time we pick up some uh, bad stories and some bad situations, and we talked lots of on the negative situations, and right now we are going to talk about the positive, which is 10 virtues. So through the body we have 3 virtues. It's and through the speech we have 4, and through the mind we have 3. So total there's 10 virtues, and actually we all whether you have this vow or not, you need to take care with other lives. If you have commitment or you do promised, you do not kill other life, especially people and some kind of the cows and elephants, like those lives. Then have more virtues, and due to your there's 2 benefits to do the practice on the virtues. Due to the keep vows of the vow of the no killing, and then you rebirth. You rebirth means it's very close to the Buddha's stage. We're talking about the Buddha's stage. Buddha's stage is in order to our mind. How much we can make purify our mind, how much we can cultivate the practice, then we are very close to be Buddha. We're very close to be Buddha or enlightenment, right? So but this life, or if we thinking about on this life, this due to this 10 virtues practice, and then long life, due to your virtues of the safe other life, or you do not kill. That for this result is you will be long life. And due to you did not misconduct through this way, this life, you found a very good friends. If you married with one husband or wife, then the love each other is very, very purely, and we respect each others and happily can stay. So this is the result of the practice on the discipline, in order to you did not misconduct like that, or you don't do like as this negative misconduct, right? And then due to your generosity others, you did not steal other things. Through this way you will be rich. We all need rich. Everybody very excited to be rich. So that will be rich due to that we did not steal other things. If you are not that much rich, what you have, you can happily use that. Otherwise you have something, but it's possible to right now I do not repeat again the negative part, because since this morning we're teaching about that. So if you have some money, you can use that beautifully. That is the result of the good karma. This is the 3 virtues of the body. This I cannot teach everything's. There's almost like so many different examples, right? So I think that's okay if we know that. And then from the speech, instead of the lie, you tell truth. Because we teaching about the Buddha Dharma is we teach about this. We call it Four Noble Truth. So truth is what is reality. So we have no reason to tell lie. But one thing is, it's very possible kind of the teachers will be lie. For I become teacher, and then I teach to the students. Students come in to listen. Then everybody listen. Nobody against my teaching, for example. Then slowly, I think what I say is okay. Then I start to lie. This lie is what? For example, if I say, oh, I see Yidam deities, and then they blessed me, and then I have power. I did that, then this changed those, and I have power. I know next life. I know means directly, and there have many lies. So that's why this is a very serious lie. So we want to take it's kind of your people not yet coming like that. No reason to talking about that. Kind of me, it's very possible. So that's why if I did not lie, then I teach one word is make help others. That is a good karma. If I did not lie, then if I did not what is called harsh words, then people did not to me, and I'm very relaxed. Whoever, if I met 100 people, everybody speak sweetly. That is good karma. If you meet thousands of people, when you speak to them, everybody give you sweet words. That is your good karma of the without a lie, without a harsh word. Sorry. And then you become famous, or you have hope to be, wish to be famous, and through this way you do different activities. Everybody rejoice with you, appreciate. They did not any rumors, any gossiping, any words behind of you. That is your good karmic result of the you did not pointless talk. And then you also, if you you have a very good friends, then other people met your good friends. That person talks what? Talks good quality about of you. You don't know that person whether, or you don't have that hope, but still they talks your good qualities behind of you. That is right now means you have no bad karma of the kind of the divisive talk. You did not divide the friend to good friends in the past life or previous life. For that reason, right now, then people talks the good qualities about you. Then your friend is more close with you, more close with you, then trust you. So that's why this is the benefit about the speech. And then when you, then I think that's fun. And then through the mind, if you have some too much greedy right now, but people give you something. People give you something what? If you do not try to get that, people give you. That is, you did not do this greedy in previous life. You did generous instead of that, and you did appreciate. People have good things. You did appreciate in previous life. That's where right now people offer you, and you easily get. And then due to the you did not motivate like harmfully, through this way many people happy. Every your actions have a blessing, peace, power. So through this way people automatically peace when you spend with you. That way you can make help them instead of the destroy. So that's where this is the result of the you take good motivations, and also people give back you good motivations without you did the hope and anything, any hard work still come back this because of the in previous life you did good motivation. And then you did not make a bad karma with a wrong view in previous life. This life you rebirth with the right view. You rebirth the family of right view, and you rebirth religion of right view. You rebirth location of right view, and then you believe, trust on the karma. Also, if you are not the Buddhist, but you do respect on the karma, karma is true. Right now, truly exists that. This is not only part of the Buddhist, right? So, due to then talking about the karma, you easily understanding, or you easily get the what is the meaning of a karma, or you easily can research on there. You have come in some interesting about this. Those things is, you are going to practice right view. So that's where this is through the three virtues of the mind. This is for simply in the currently in this life what happened with us. And then if we go a little deep, then we become Buddha. There's 80 marks and 32 there's some good qualities. All of these are result of through the body, speech and mind. What they did in previous life, what did good karmas. This result is coming since become Buddha, still come that result. It's like automatically have with that. So that's where we always need to practice on the good karma. In the daily life, what easily will happen is possible we are walking and under our feet is kill some ants and some simple lives. Simple lives means they have Buddha nature, they have the same feeling. So that's where we chanting mantra or give compassion to them. That's where we are working. Sometimes during the step by step, if you cannot practice on there, give compassion. But during we are gathering practice that moment, all mothers thinking beings. There is a reason, have a reason. For example, we stay here. Is someone think, what is the how we can help to all mothers thinking beings? We think like that. To help all mothers thinking beings is not one time. We can help 3 times. Past, present, and future. Some is, for example, right now what we think. Right now we thinking, oh, I'm teaching, you are listener, you listen, right? We think only help each others with these humans. But when we practice that moment, we say, oh, we want to motivate all mothers thinking, welfare all mothers thinking beings. How we can, someone think like, definitely we are working, that moment we step on some lives. We destroy it to someone. Come back here, do practice, purify these things and blessing to them. The sun is so far from the sky, from the earth, but sun, the power of the sun in 5 minutes or 7 minutes, the ray of sun come here, it makes help. Doesn't matter the far of distance. The distance of the years doesn't matter. For example, we're talking about Buddha Shakyamune's teaching. Buddha Shakyamuni was come in this world 2,500, almost 600 years ago. But still his teachings makes help, right? Right now this help with us. That's why we are here. Doesn't matter distance with the years. Doesn't matter the behind of the some many mountains makes distance. Or doesn't matter the distance have the what is called lives. Some are already passed away. Some still dead due to their blessing. We talking about the blessing. Actually, this is dealt with karma. For example, in past life, you are such a famous, such a wonderful man, such a powerful. You work something for that reasons right now that makes peace. Or in past life, you are whether you are poor or whatever, but due to your compassion, that compassion and something right now it does help. Which does help. All the religions masters are coming. Master means the head of religions come over the 100 years ago. But they're talking about the compassion, loving kindness, and something, peace, harmony. There still it exists too. This have benefit. So their power is like that. So that's where if we need to use these powers, then we need good karma. If we need good karma, then we need to good activities. So right now we have this good karma. We have to use the Buddha's teaching. Peacefully we can teach, peacefully we can listen, and peacefully we can stay. So all of these things are good karma. So we need to keep happy in the mind. And then, for example, there's the good karma has also 4 different results. 4 different results as negative karma, same thing. So I little bit firstly try to go because I have planned to teach these 12 links a little bit because this is related. So the first result of this first cause is due to our practice on the save the other life, protect our other life. This result is due to the we conquer anger emotion. This result is what? This result is next life. At least we rebirth human life of a demigod of god realms. They have more happy. For example, human life has more happy than the animal realms. The demigod realms is more happy than the human realms. God realms has a more happy than the demigod realms. They have happiness. But those happiness are, for example, right now we have happiness. Those are not genuine happiness. So right now we are practice. We say we want to be Buddha. We want to be Buddha. That means we try to get the genuine happiness. Genuine happiness. We get the genuine happiness, and then we always can use that. This happiness is always. Then this right now our happiness cannot compare with the genuine happiness. Right now our wisdom cannot compare with the primordial wisdom. So at least if we practice with the 3 virtues with the body, we can rebirth this human life or gods or demigods. During that time we are rich, and that time we have the good friendship and something like that. And face is beauty or smart, and wisdom has a very good. We have wisdom, good knowledge, and a good friend, a good environment, like that. That's the first. And then the result of action. For example, this result of action. The result of action is where we rebuilt That place is very gentle. There's no natural disasters. The four seasons is very beautifully changed, and weather temperature is very good, and lots of the environment is very interesting, gorgeous, like that. Lots of then we can rebirth that place, or we can use those places. This is the second result of the action. And the result of the on it result or something. This is we call the first what we did virtues. In past life we did virtues. In previous life we did virtues. For that reasons, right now we rebirth human life and all the good things. And still we have more chance to promote our virtues. We have more chance to teach it. We have more chance to listen. We have more chance to meditate, practice. We have more chance to improve realizations, experiences, knowledges, and we have more chance to help others. We have more chance to do the practice. For example, this weekend, this is the weekend, but many people are busy for something. Because if they due to the karma, someone have a very good karma to do practice. I don't mean listen from only me, but we all have good karma. We are same, and then if, for example, in this world many different practice, right? But someone didn't have practice. Someone already doesn't believe on there. So due to the bad karma, but good karma someone have, and someone this is the busy century, but someone have very good time to practice. So that's where in the Buddha's the Sutara, all of living beings, the 100 types of Buddha's Sutara, he said that all living beings, happiness and suffering, it is karma. This karma is, if 100 or 1,000 going, the karma is only two way to exhaust, or only two way to improvement. One way is it's happened with you. Then, for example, in past life we did very good things. We make a great karma to gathering here, practice it together here. We did there. We did gathering here, practice here. And then we continuously practice, then we made more karmas. But in past time, past our life or previous life, we did very good practice, good things. This result right now we use. And after then, if we did not practice, then after use, what happened? Then finished. So that's why many people complicated between there. Someone right now did a lot of bad things. They killed, they misconduct, they steal, they jealous, they have very negative motivations. They have lots of bad things, but they are very looks like a very happy. They have a successful. They are accomplishment. Why? What is the karma? This is the question. This question many people have that. So it's a good question. So now I try to make clear. Personally I can't make clear, but I have I according to the background of the Buddha's teaching. Okay. There's two. First, I will tell you. In past life, they did good things. This result is red no come. Red no come. They use that, and then they don't improve. They do not improve for the next life or for the rest of life. That's where they currently use. Finished. For example, one beggar. One person 5 days has no food, no water. He almost means he almost die like that. That situations. If I here give him a rice one bottle of water, and one plate of the rice. I give that person. If that person, that moment he eat this rice, that moment he drink that water, then he stay 1 hour, 2 hour. It's a little bit fresh. He is not hungry. What we see is similar. Someone did lots of bad things, but still they have very good things. Similar, in previous life they did very good things. That happened. They use only that. After this finished, then they completely result are negative. So that they are the object of the compassion. We give them compassion. We are going to practice, improve. For example, this morning I told you someone similar. We say Buddha stage. If I want to be Buddha, then if I take that moment to good motivation, this is it's become close and close to be Buddha. If that moment I did take bad motivation, that makes a distance between Buddha's stage and me. Then same like these actions. So here, let you know again, I little bit repeat with different examples. Sometimes they say, your merits burning a flame. That's two way. In order to your merits, use two ways. One way is in past or previous life you did a wonderful practice or something. This result is right now calm. At the same time, still you do practice, you use these merits and you development. Then your merits is increase and increase. Then your good karma is increase and increase. And then next life also good. And sometimes you have a little bit negative karmas is repent or purify and something like that. Someone who accumulated good karma in past life, in present life this has happened in this life, they use that moment, they did lots of wrong things, at the same time they use this good karma, so then this good karma is fastly reduced one time, then finished, completely exhaust good karma. Then they rebuild the good karma is so far. Make sense? That is over, I think a little bit need to know clearly. Otherwise we think, yeah, I don't want to repeat again. Everybody got that, right? So karma, for example, if you have basically good health, still you keep good health, what happened? Then you can long life. You can stay longer, healthily. But you have good health due to your good, if we do not talking about the karma, due to your good parents, good country or something, you have good health. But one day, you drink too much alcohol, you drink too much cigarette, you ate too much harmful drugs. You use that 1 week, definitely you change. Then that next, if we try to fix that, is so difficult. Actually, people who use the drink alcohol and who use cigarette, we don't look down. We do not insult. We don't say you are so bad, you are not good. We do not say that is not good. But we hope they will recover from their. They left those some too much alcohol and too much cigarettes. Then these things are harmful for the body, and then the way of the practice is destroy. So that's why everybody need to take care of this part in their by the own self. People do that. If we can help it directly or indirectly, we help them. But we do not insult that you are bad. But that is doesn't solve the problems. And then this the karma is, they have many stories, but in order to, there's one sutra of the wise and the foolish. Sutra of wise and foolish. Inside they say, if you think, oh, this is very small bad negative things, you do not insult on there. If you say, oh, this is small practices, then you don't care. Don't do like that. Here says, a small spark of fire burned big grass of land. Similar, if you small non-virtues, you have to take care. That's why we say motivation. That moment you have bad motivation, you have to confess, you have to purify that. Otherwise it's a charge in your bad karma. Or that moment you come compassion, this moment you come in some patient or good motivation, that is virtues. For example, you are seriously angry with one person, that moment, oh, I want to be patient with this. And that moment you be patient. The next, you cannot keep continuously. But this moment you be patient with that person, that has virtues. You do not throw that. You think, oh, this is a very simple virtues. And then this is very simple non-virtues. If you think, then throw, that is not good. You do not reject them. Take care. Small things is important. Everything comes from, for example, in Buddhism, have the 4 classes. One classes say this world is start from atom. Atom is a small part. They say make Dharmazuba. It's Tibetan. Dharmazuba cannot see, unconceivable almost by your eyes. Only from your mind can conceivable. From that part, establish this earth. It looks like a similar. Then we go another way. It's karma, deal with karma too. So that's where small things are important. Never reject that. And then directly and indirectly, you do practice, you do help, you do good virtues. You have lots of chance. So I want to share one story. In order to during the Buddha Shakyamuni existed, then the one children, Buddha Shakyamuni every noon ask food. If the people gave food him, he eat that. He did not keep food himself. He did not get from food to others. He did not make a complicated, and he go back to stay. That's why. So one day Buddha Shakyamuni go for the lunch in afternoon. During the lunchtime, there was one baby, and the one baby have some beans in his hand. His hand has beans. He has no bad motivation, no that much. Especially he think I want to practice virtues, but due to he has no bad motivation, and then he just throw these beans, just throw. Then among them, these two of beans put the Buddha's here, and then some of their in the Buddha's begging bowl throw there. So this result is then that next he become a great king. So through directly or indirectly, did practice, and then sometimes it's due to the circumstance. This morning during the week talking about non-virtues. If we harsh word with the bodhisattvas have a seriously result, but we do good things with the bodhisattvas have a more virtues. Same like these children throw the beans towards Buddha, he become king. Have many kind of these stories. So I think right now. Right now we start these 12 links. It's much better. Okay, the karma is like that. And then why I try to exciting to share about these 12 links. This is related about the karma, especially cause and effect, especially how start and how it's going, right? So we have no more time, so I can't do details, but as much as I try. So first we want to know ignorance. Ignorance. The ignorance is the cause of all, cause of this samsara. This samsara comes from where? Ignorance. And ignorance has two friends. One is attachment, one is anger or aversion. Aversion. Anger and aversion, ignorance. These two things created the samsara. So these three things are, where is these three things? Each and everybody have these three things right now. That's where we all in the samsara. Right? Wisdom, compassion, loving kindness, they are causes of Pure Land. Buddha's stage. They created Pure Land in order to. They are causes of Buddha. That's where we are practice on the loving kindness, compassion through the wisdom. So then there's 12th link is how we are coming in this samsara. Samsara, okay, not in this world. We thinking about the samsara means always imagine only this on this earth. That is a little bit misunderstand sometimes. Samsara in this world is countless of mother sentient beings. Only this area have so many lives. For example, in Tibetan traditionally we say, if you open the door, when you lock the door, carefully locked. Because there is a temporary life exists at that moment. Little bit open the door, that moment then you close the door forcefully, you killed lots of lives. So that's where in order to the ignorance. The ignorance is the example of the ignorance is like a blind eyes. No eyes. Yesterday I started to teach a little bit that, but then I continuously going different ways. Ignorance is like without legs. So it's like a boss who has on the wheelchair. Then this anger, emotion, and attachment has eyes. Legs without eyes. That's where these three things interdependent each other. Right now we have eyes, we have legs. That's where we go, we can see. Right? So ignorance is like a similar without legs. He see lots of things. Then why we call him blind eyes? What he see is not right things. So that's where these activities are wrong. And then these two kind of attachment and the aversion comes from ignorance. That's where then we are act through the attachment, we are act through the anger, emotion. The result we all experienced whatever that, right? Especially the ignorance covered primordial wisdom, Buddha nature. Buddha nature is like a sun, and ignorance is like a clouds. Okay? Then this ignorance, first this ignorance, and then that next the volitional formation or karmic creation. Karmic creation, or some translation says the form. This is the cause of sufferance. The first ignorance. Then still we can say the action of ignorance still. Then they created the different. Through the ignorance is functioning with this, then lots of the negative things, negative karmas created by negative karmas, created the lots of negative karmas. And sometimes we use the wisdom, then we act with the compassion and loving kindness, then it's good karmas come. Right? So this is called the volitional formation or karmic creation. This is the second link. Second, first ignorance like a blend. Then this is the second karmic creation. This is the for the in order to act good or bad, or some temporarily good and some bad things, act with the ignorance. This is comes from where without the ignorance, then there's no way to come in this volitional or karmic creation. So this is come from the imprinting, of the ignorance. Imprinting of ignorance, then this is coming. Then they have different classifications, but today we are go little fast due to time. And then this ignorance, and then karmic creations. Through this way, then what we have is consciousness. The consciousness, there's actually 8 classifications on the consciousness. But today what we want to talk is the consciousness is the nature of consciousness, and the nature of the ignorance, nature of a karmic creation, they are all same. They all, the nature of those are, we say, Buddha nature. For example, my Buddha nature, your Buddha nature, your Buddha nature is same. Buddha nature is same. But this consciousness, then how to use? Through this way, then it's for blossom the Buddha nature, or try to cover the tremens is covered Buddha nature. This depends on individuals. Then this depends on individual, is the individual has choice or not. It's similar no choice, because it looks like a no freedom. Why there's no freedom? Because of the negative karma, following the negative karma. And then that next, then this the after consciousness, then what coming is then name and formation, name and form. The name of form, this the name. Actually, form is okay, but sometimes we have five forms. We call 5 forms. And among them, these four we call the names. We understand by the names. We cannot see. We see only form. Everybody see this form, right? This form. But then feeling. We talk as a feeling. You heard these names, then you understand, oh, feeling is this. Right? And consciousness, we're talking about the consciousness, then you understood, oh, you due to the talking about consciousness, all consciousness is that. Because you have consciousness, and then you get experience that. And about this formation. About this formation is a little bit. Right now we're talking about the samsara, because we start from the ignorance. The first of the 12 link is ignorance. Through this way, then this karmic creation and consciousness and the name and forms, right? Name and form. So we're talking about the forms. Then it's related the mothers in order to our humane. We yesterday I taught you this, the our life or our consciousness rank our body. Then how to rank our body? This body is who give us. This body is give us by our parents. The parents, mother and fathers drop and blood mixed, and then they mixed, then through this way, then this is slowly grow up, then slowly establish this body. This body is established, and then this consciousness around this body, and then this come in this world, and then slowly through our consciousness and through our body, it's growing up, and then the self-grasping belong to this, and then I and my, you and your, then we separate that. This is come from there. So here, so in Buddhism teachings, they have these parents energies, right? This the energies of parents, how they start. How they start means in the mother's womb. The parents' energy stay in mother's womb. Parents, the energy stay in the mother's womb, and at the same time, for example, our body shape is like this. In mother's womb, since that time, like this or not? Make sense? For example, my body is like that. Yeah, of course, I don't have clothes when I was in mother's womb. But do I have two eyes, one nose, two ears, mouth, everything's completely have? Then is my shape is a little bit small and just stay there, or what about? When I was first this my body started in mother's womb, I have no eyes, okay? No head, no arms, no legs. That's why this shape I searched some dictionary. I didn't get exactly means I not sure that is real or not, but I tell you, OVAL, oval. This is called oval. So this is the first week. Parents connect, they mixed the energies, and then first week, then the oval shape is established. Make sense? First week, oval shape is established. This oval shape is like the example is when we boiled milk, then there's some cream. Looks like that, right? So then this is a keep in mother's womb, that moment have a little bit, it looks like a cooked. Its color is not exactly, not completely like a fresh, not completely like a, I don't know, that's routine or something. In order to the right now we, if you understand only this how this understand the meaning of the oval shape, that's fine. For 1 week, this is as established. And then the second week, and then this is little bit getting like a, maybe getting tall or getting long. In English called oblong or oblong, right? Oblong. So this is the second week. Then these are in order to from the mother's womb, this body in mother's womb. Then the second week, it's changed from the oval shape, change it into the oblong, right? And then third week, for the each part they takes 1 week. Then this third week, then why they are changed? Why they are changed is it's deal with the wind. Yesterday I talking a little bit about the winds, because talking about channels, wind, we have many winds. They have different winds. Right now I can't translate exactly the name of the winds. Those winds make help. Most of the functions by the wind. So then this again in order to this oval shape change into the oblong, then this will grow up with another week, and then that moment still have some, right now we don't know in past situations, because we suffer lots of in mother's womb due to the karma. That's why we forget. Actually, we say it's like that. We cannot remember those things. Much suffer. So we lots of forget in the past life what we are. And then another in the number fourth, for another week, then this body shape is what happened? It's like a solid, getting solid. Okay. And then the fifth week of the fifth, then what happened with our body is then from this solid, then getting a little bit big or a little bit wide, and then they start the what is called overhead, and then start from the some part of the like shoulders, and kind of these are started from there. And then these were then slowly what is called I don't know these names in order to the completely names of these bodies. They have different part of the bodies established, and then slowly what happened? Then come in these faculties. We have 5 sins, faculties. So then, in order to start from the eyes, nose, ears, and we have a full doors. Nine doors. 9 doors means with the nose, with the eyes, with the ears, with the urine and so on. So we counting those things. So they are then coming, right? And then slowly this from these 12 links, then number 5. There's the 6 sins organs. or in order to, there's the 12 different perceptions. 12 different perception means, this is yesterday a little bit I taught. I don't know you remember that or not. Outside have 5 objects: form, sound, smelling, and taste, and feeling with outside object. The inside you have this tongue, noise, ears, eyes, and then feeling. Then they are contact. And then slowly, then what established is, then there's the 6th of the 12 link is contact. Contact is come. Establish this contact. The contact means, in order to, if you touching to something, then you, in order to this, you have feel some, is solid or softer, or kind of this feeling start from there. Feeling means with this body, because this consciousness is contact with the body, step by step, right? And then slowly, through this contact, first you contact. After contact, the 7th of this 12 link, then you come feeling. During that time, we this feeling is the feeling of the grossly. Okay? Grossly. Then you have happy, suffering. I'm really happy, or I'm suffer. I'm not suffering. I'm so happy. Like those things coming. Then you can catch this feeling. And by this way, then slowly what coming is in the grasping. Happy, I need happy. Suffering, I know there's suffering. Like this feeling coming. Make sense? Number 8. And then number 10th is, here this becoming. Becoming means, in order to this, then it's some imprintings accomplished with this body. Imprintings. You since beginning is what you did, good things or bad things or smart, beauty, count for this right now for the make sense. We can take these examples. Then they are start from this number 8. Or you want to take in different lives. If you take in life of the cow, then you exactly like a cows. What is called? Life of cows. If you take in life of the human, then you are exactly like humans. In the number 8, okay? Then they have many classification. There's many talks. I think that's that's number 10 has many explanations. I hopefully you will get that. If you are not clear during the question answer, we try to make clear. In order to that moment, you have a special established special energy. You do some good or bad, or which samsara. There's this samsara have 6 realms. Then which life you take. Actually, this is a in order to there's a special energy established. That is due to the first these 12 links, and then those powers, and then you have some impression of the virtues, or you establish the imprinting imprinting of the virtues or non-virtues. That moment. Okay, and then number 11 is the rebirth. Then you rebirth. Where were you? For example, this life you go next another life, or you need to start from this life. That is called rebirth. So this is established. Then next, then again, and then again the death. So that's where then 12 lines like that. Among them, if we want to liberate from samsara, we want to we come in this world the 12 aspect of interdependent in progressive, from ignorance, and then one by one come under the 12th link and again the death. But we come here. That is called the 12 independence in progressive. When we are come in this samsara, progressively these 12 links, we come here. Okay, then we want to liberate from samsara. Then we are going to these 12s are reverse. I don't know the reverse sequences. Yeah, sequence. So sequence means just arrange, right? In order to, we want to give up, we want to purify the first ignorance. If we kick out the ignorance, or we want to purify ignorance, then this result automatically no way to come. If this result not coming, that next result, they are interdependent each others. Make sense? If you are so difficult with water, if you sit on the outside, you have used the tent, but in your room coming lots of water from the mountainside. If you do not need that water, inside this water you move today, but tomorrow a rain or something, that water is come back again. Day after tomorrow you make clean, day after tomorrow coming again. Make sense? Same like that, if you try to if we did not purify ignorance, then due to the ignorance, then this samsara start from again and again. So that's why we want to purify ignorance. If we can purify ignorance, then automatically then purify the karmic creation. Karmic creation means the bad karmic creation. Due to the ignorance is don't know what is the virtues, I don't know. Through the ignorance we don't know there is a karma. Through the ignorance we don't know where there is a Buddha nature. We don't know Bodhisattvas. That's where we did lots of wrong things. So that's where we purify ignorance. Then we have this karmic creation. If we do not have karmic creation, then this consciousness. Right now we calling consciousness. This real name is what? Perhaps you think real name is mind. This real name is not mind. Real name is wisdom. Make sense? Real name is wisdom. Why real name is wisdom? Buddha nature is wisdom. Paramount wisdom. That's where then this consciousness is like a two face. So one face is consciousness. Through this way we practice with the attachment or aversion. And another way, if we practice, then this is wisdom, compassion, loving kindness. The quality of wisdoms are compassion and loving kindness. And then through this way we practice meditation, visualization, and then we become Buddha. And then if we purify this consciousness, negative consciousness, we transform into the, we do not transform into the wisdom, but we blossom this wisdom. Then name and formation. This name and formation is also not come. Name, if name and formations come, what deal with this? If you think like that, then we say, oh, my body, this is I, and then my body, this is important. Then we attachment with this. For this life, we did a lot of non-virtues. So that's where one by one we purify, especially the root of this traveling is ignorance. We purify that, then we all easily enlightenment. We all have a Buddha nature, then we all blossom. Okay? Thank you so much. Then yeah, kind of this, then due to the it's almost ready to lunch, so then right now let us do this page 18. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it is arisen. Where it is born, may it is not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Okay, thank you so much. Then see you 1 a.m. 1 p.m. I think 1 a.m. And then it's I'm so happy to teach about these things, how karma works, and let you keep. Basically, you have to trust with this, but don't do blindly trust. I believe you don't do like that. Use the wisdom, and then be trust, and as much as you can help other people through the keeping belief in karma. Okay, thank you so much. All the best. table has a blue and